Magandang umaga. Dahil po ang involved dito sa kwentong ito ay presidente ng Pilipinas. At ang presidente ng Pilipinas ay hindi dapat na immoral at hindi dapat gagamit ng pera ng bayan para sa pagkagawa niya ng immoralidad. At itong kwentong ito ay magpapakita ng kabaliktaran ang ginawa. Ay ibig po sabihin, ito po mga katwiran. At ito po naman ay may kasamang aligasyon ng kanyang kapatid na si Amy Marcos na siya ay adik. Pati ang asawa niya adik. Yan ang mga sobra pa sa probable cause yan na talaga silang adik. At kailangan kalusin sila, hindi siya kanais-nais at hindi bagay maging presidente ng Pilipinas. Dagdagan pa niyan na may mga maletang mga bilyonis na pera ang kinuha na binibigay naman ni Saldico sa kanya. At sapagkat sinabi ng lalaki na bumuli kay BBM at tumira kay Lisa, ay binayaran nila ng 40,000 US dollars at saka 17,000 US dollars. Pera po ng pamahalaan ang pinagamit sa kanilang kapritso. Illegal, immoral na kapritso. Ay akin pong desisyonan na ilalabas ito. Ang ilalabas ko po ay yung interview po ng isang vlogger na Cebuano na vlogger na sa US o sa Amerika nagtatrabaho bilang abogado. At walang iba kundi si Attorney Dean Chase. Ay ilabas ko yung interview niya kay Mr. T. Sino si Mr. T? Si Mr. T po ay tinagurian nila na tubig. Tubig water. Kaya tubig, nanggaling sa salitang too big, sobrang laki. English na sobrang laki. Bakit sobrang laki? Kasi kung pinakinig ko kanina ang kaboses ni BBM, na nagsasabi it's too big nung binuli na siya. Alas binuli anos. Nung binuli na siya, ay it's too big. You like it? Kaya dapat sa salita ang kaboses naman ni Lisa. Ganon ang he likes it. Kaya ngayon naman, ang interview naman ni Dean Chase sa lalaki, part 2 interview niya. Kinonfirm ng lalaking ito na mataas na lalaki. Pakita ko litrato. Matipuno, tinabunan lang mukha. Pero matipuno, magandang katawan. Ay matangkad. Ay sinabi niya na siya ay kinontak ni Paulo o Pawi o Pau Tantuco para i-date siya ng mag-asawa na BBM at saka Lisa. Ibig sabihin po, ganun po sila katindi. Ngayon ko lang alam. Parang ayoko maniniwala. Okay. Ay, hindi ako maniniwala na ganito pala katindi. So, medyo boylo lang ako. So, Ito po, ipapakita ko sa inyo yung interview. Ang bago ko ipakita pala, gusto ko muna dagdagan ng konteksto. Itong date ng mag-asawa kay Mr. T. Tinawag na Mr. T kasi malaki daw. Mr. T. Ay, sabi ko nga, ang nagbugaw nito ay si Paulo Tantoco na anak ni Rustans, may-ari ng Rustans. At siya po ay namatay na overdose sa drugs. Na-confirm na yan ng Beverly Hills Police Department sa kanilang medical report at saka nung coroner, yung coroner yung nag-autopsy, na-confirm na nila na yung namatay na si Paulo Tantoco, namatay sa isang hotel dyan. Holiday Inn ba na hotel? No? Sa Beverly. Ay dahil sa droga. At napabalita din yun, nakasama din si Lisa Araneta Marcos. At napabalita rin na kasama rin si Sandro Marcos. At si Sandro kasama rin ang kanyang girlfriend. Di ba girlfriend? Miro? Parang gano'n. So anyway, nakakarindi. Gamit ang pera ng gobyerno. Pambayad mo sa kapritsyo mo. Gusto mo makipag-sex. Ibabayad mo sa kasex mo ay pera ng gobyerno. Ito po nangyari dito. So, pero bago ang lahat, nais ko muna ipakita ang kung ano itong lalaking ito. Ayaw ko ipakita ang ibang litrato kasi nasagwaan ako. Ipakita ko lang ito yung muna yung mukha ng lalaki na kinuha. Ito po yung lalaki na dinala, na binugaw sa kanila ni Pau Tantoco. Ito po. Matipunong lalaki ito, tinabo na lang ang mukha ng lalaki. Ito po yung lalaki, yung katabi ni Dean Chase, na kinuha nila ni Lisa at saka ni BBM na magiging kadate nila doon sa STX party sa Folsom Street, California, noong November 2023. So, nilalabas ko ito for educational purposes, hindi po sa pagsasabi ng kalaswaan. That's why I'm avoiding yung mga graphic na litrato. Hindi ko. Hawak ko na rin po, pero ayaw ko nang ilabas yan. Naawa na rin ako sa mag-asawa. Yan po yung lalaki. So, sabi naman ni Mr. Dean Chase, look who is just got here. Tang inards, nagmukha akong unano katabi niya at ang pogi. Let's get him settled first and let's take it from there. Si Mr. Tubig. Ito po yung kadate. Yung kadate daw ni BBM. Sabi niya, Mr. Tubig and I are now trying to figure out how to do the interview. Sabi niya, hoy Lisa at Bungbong, hinamon pa ni Dinche si Lisa at si Bungbong. Tag ko kayo ha, kapal ng mukha nyo. Baka makalimutan nyo na siya. Well, I'm sure. Nakalimutan nyo na siya sa dami na ba naman pala ng ka-orgibels nyo. Watch out for the interview. See you soon. Yun. Ito yung nilabas pa lang niya na hindi pa na-interview. Sabi naman ni Dean Street, John, is it really too big or too big? do not make it more obvious, the obvious. Tapos, si Precious, L. Precious, kaya pala atat si Madam na do it for me. This is too big. Should be from the... Ay, nako. So, ibig sabihin, that explains the reason na yung mga anak ni BBM ay hindi niya kamukha. Iba-ibang tatay. So, ibig sabihin po, bakla si BBM at nagpapaanak si Lisa sa ibang lalaki. So, Vince Certek, what a good irlatsa ni Lisa Tanas at Ani Dazay. Maridil alam mo sa tubig clear na yan. Sa size at we think we gonna love it to figure out. Alam mo, naalala ko tuloy Naalala ko tuloy yung kwento ng mga taga-Bohol na mga matrona. Mauso pa yung barko noon. Kasakay sila sa barko. May dumaan Amerikano. Excuse me, mga kwan, yung mga taga-kwan, mga Amerikano na mga reliyon, anong reliyon? Church of the Latter Day Saints, mga Mormons. Excuse me, dadaan kami. Pumunta yung mga Mormons niya sa CR, sa barko. Dumaan siya kasi sa tirasa. Yung mga tilabong tirasa parang bunker na ganun kasi sistema sa barko eh. Tapos nag-uusap yung mga Bisaya. Karap-karap mga Bisayang babae na mga matrona. Dumadaan. Tapos nang umihi yung mga Mormons, dumaan na naman late. Nang dumaan pala, sabi ng mga sabi ng papuntang paalis, dumaan yung sinabi ng mga taga-Bohol na mga matrona, sabi niya, "Hoy, muagi ang dakog utin." Nagbalik yung mga Mormons. Excuse me, muaging dakog utin. Mga Mormons kasi marunong mag-Bisaya. So, ganun, kinikwento ko lang. Pero ito po, ngayon, ang ipapakita ko sa inyo ngayon, siguro mas maganda yung dating interview. Yung dating interview. Muna, yung unang interview yung pinalabas ko kanina para marinig nyo kung sino yung boses. Kayo na magsabi kung sino yung nagsasalita. Okay? So with that, si Mr. T. Mr. Tangge. Dito muna tayo sa interview kay Mr. Yung boses mismo. Alam mo, siguro matindi itong si Mr. T, ni-record pa niya. Siya, walang ibang magre-record yan. Kasama mo rin lang kung mag-orgi-orgi kayo, kasama mo lang. Wala na ibang pwede mag-record yan. Ibig sabihin, ni-record niya yan at binigay kay Mr. Dane Chase. Ito po yung interview. Pakinggan natin.
Mr. T, can you please take me back to how you have gotten into this deal with them?
Okay, I remember it was towards the end of November 2023, during the San Francisco Festival of Light. I got a text message from one of my guy friends that a couple was looking for.
Sige, sabi niya, ulitin natin. Basahin natin kasi mabilis ang pagka-English niya. So, tinanong siya ni Dinchis, maalala mo ba kung ano nangyari? Sabi niya, okay, I remember. Towards the end of November 2023. Okay.
I remember it was towards the end of November 2023, during the
San Francisco Festival of Light.
Festival of Light. I got a text message.
Sabi niya, I got a text message from one of my guy friends that a couple was looking for a second guy to attend a private party.
From one of my guy friends that a couple was looking for a second guy to attend a private party. I immediately knew what they were looking for.
I immediately knew what they were looking for. So alam niya ang hinanap niya. Okay?
I immediately knew what they were looking for.
Sige, katod.
I remember they were having a hard time finding the guys because the guy.
I remember they were finding a hard time finding a guy. they were having a hard time finding the guys
finding the guys because the guys needed to sign.
because the guys needed to sign an NDA. Ano ng NDA, alam nyo ba? Non-disclosure agreement. Na ibig sabihin, papirmahin nila yung kung sinong kasex nila na makukuha ng mga lalaki ay papirmahin nila ng non-disclosure agreement para pwede na kasuhan kung mga kwento man. Okay?
Sign an NDA.
Magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Si Dean Chase po ito. Opo, tama po ang narinig nyo sa sinabi po ni Mr. T. Their encounter happened last November of 2023. Now, I did
Sinabi there, si Mr. and Mrs. Marcos. Their encounter with Mr. T. Yun nagsasalita kanina.
a little bit of research kung ano pong mga pangyayari, kung totoo po bang pumunta po ba dito si Lisa Tanas at si Bangag sa San Francisco during that time. Yes, indeed, that was the time when APEC Summit occurred. Yun po yung pumunta po dito sa United States ang mga world leaders to talk about the possibilities of having partnerships and peace talks po within countries. And not only that, I believe they made some side visits in Los Angeles and Honolulu, Hawaii as well. Now, wala akong pakialam kung anong ginagawa nyo sa loob ng kwarto nyo, kung anong gusto nyo gawin sa buhay nyo, kung kayo ay private citizens. Pero 2023, that was when you were already elected as president. Isipin nyo dyan na pupunta ang mga taxes natin sa mga kapritsyo nila. Binayaran si Mr. T ng $40,000. If you're going to calculate that, that's 2.3 million pesos. Today, that's today But if you're going to go back, 2023 of November, that's way more than 2.3 million. At hindi lang yan. May binayaran din sila na isa pang lalaki na 17,000. That's $17,000.
Almost a million.
Grabe. Sinusuportahan natin ang mga kapritsyo nila. And this needs to stop. Kailan po ba tayo mamumulat? Grabe ng pinaggagawa nila. The first time na pumutok itong issue na to ni Mr. T, patay mali siya sila. Hindi nila in-address kasi alam nila na makakasira ito sa kanila. If they're going to talk about it, kung papatulan nila, they are just going to fund the issue. And that's what they're trying to avoid. Kaya nga, busy nila yung mga image team nila Kung ano na lang pinagagagawa, nagpa-picture taking, pumunta daw sila sa churches para mapakita naman na mabait daw sila. Hindi sila ganyan. Alam natin na mga demonyo yung putang inang yan. So ano pang ginagawa natin? Haayaan na lang ba natin ganitohin ang Pilipinas? Ang mga mamamayang Pilipino? Binabastos na kayo dyan. Mr.
Okay, so yan po yung sinasabi. Titingnan natin yung mga unang nilabas. Ito
Magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Dean Chase here. And I know that I have not posted in a couple of weeks. We are just trying to keep ourselves safe in the past few days. I know that I have posted a couple of weeks ago that we were supposed to do a live interview with Mr. T. That's the code name of Mr. Tubig. That's the name that we have actually agreed upon na gagamitin namin sana sa live interview namin. We have made a lot of changes because he's made a lot of changes in his terms and conditions as well on how to do the logistics with the interview. And what's been happening this couple of days had actually dropped a bomb on how to move forward. Kasi po, a couple of weeks ago before Mr. T actually arrived here, when we started talking about the possibility of doing a live interview, tell all on what had happened on one of the sex parties that, you know,
Tanong ko na magkano kaya bayad din sa kay Mr. T?
Actually done. And we were lucky enough to have gotten in touch with one of the attendees of those parties. And yun na nga, gusto sana namin mag-live interview, pero when I told him about the break-in na nangyari before he arrived here in Los Angeles, I'm going to show you the picture. someone had actually broken into the penthouse unit, and nireport na namin ito sa police, and we have already reported to the landlord, but we have not actually linked it to what's been happening and of course what I've been doing on the internet as well, because we really don't want that kind of attention for now. But we have already reported it to the police, and yun na nga, medyo natakot siya. And only recently, in the past few weeks, that we've been trying to figure out the logistics of the interview that we were supposed to do. Mr. T had actually realized that the thing that we are doing is really heavy. Yung una, akala lang talaga niya na, okay, yeah, we're going to do an interview, and then that's it. When we were talking about the logistics, and yun na nga, parang na-realize niya na ang bigat po talaga, pala talaga ng gagawin namin. There's going to be a lot that will be placed on the line. It's not only for me, but for him as well, especially. Kasi
Anyway, at least natuloy yung interview nila. Tingnan natin itong ibang another picture. Kung ano bang pinagkwento dito. Itong pinagpakita ni Katz from the interview.
Yeah, I really don't understand where you're coming from. It's really nerve-wracking what we're doing. And the room's vibe is really heavy, and I'm pretty sure the rest of the people in the room as well is feeling that vibe. But I'm pretty sure that the people who's watching us right now do understand that what we're doing is something that's really serious, and it's a lot. So let me ask you a question, Mr. T. Your ethnicity is mixed, right?
Yes, my mom is Filipino, my dad is Portuguese.
Yeah. Tell us a little more about that.
All I know is my mom is from the Philippines, my dad is from Brazil. I was born and raised in San Francisco. Never really learned life beyond what I know. I, however, identify as a Filipino.
Yes, there's a really discernible voice in the audio saying that it's too big. But yeah, before we get to that though, what made you want to send me that audio way back March?
Well, I saw your video when it first blew up and thought the story seemed like a very familiar one. So I started going down this rabbit hole and realized you were talking about a high-profile couple that I had encountered in a private sex party. That is why I reached out.
Right. Just so the audience would know who we are talking about. We are talking about Bangag and Lisa Tanas, right? Okay, please continue.
So yeah, I realized you were talking about them and had seen how the media in the Philippines was deliberately not covering the story and how their supporters were saying you were spreading fake news. I just knew I had to reach to you to let you know that I believe you, such that I had been an active participant on one of their parties.
I really do appreciate you for reaching out to me first. I know that must have taken a lot of courage to muster up that kind of courage to actually message me first about that audio. Now, Mr. T, can you please take me back to how you have gotten into this deal with them?
Okay, I remember it was towards the end of November 2020.
Ay, itong in-interview na itong si Mr. T, yung lalaki, na kinuha nila ni Lisa at saka ni BBM na para magiging kasex nila sa noong November 2023 sa Party 6 na tinatag din sa Folsom Street.
23 during the San
Tapos itong lalaking ito nag-reach out kay Dean Chase kasi na-konsensya yung lalaki. May dugong Asyano din itong lalaki. Na-konsensya siya kasi kilala niya yung couple na kasex niya. At alam niya na yung binayad sa kanya ay nanggaling sa pera ng Pilipinas. So, he was struck with conscience kaya na-contact siya at binigyan niya si Dean Chase ng video. Ibig sabihin po, ganun palang style nila, may video rin pala sila. So, may hawak silang video. Si Dean Chase may hawak na video na makikita si Lisa at saka si BBM na tinitira, ganun.
San Francisco Festival of Light. I got a text message from one of my guy friends that a couple was looking for a second guy to attend a private party. I immediately knew what they were looking for. I remember they were having a hard time finding the guys because the guys needed to sign an NDA.
An NDA, a non-disclosure agreement.
Sabi, tinawag daw sa nung kaibigan niya kasi marami ng guys daw hindi nila makakuha. Kasi kailangan nila ni BBM at saka ni Lisa, kung makakuha sila ng lalaki, kailangan pipirma ng NDA. Anong NDA? Non-disclosure agreement na babawalan siya na magkwento.
Agreement, right?
Yes, and guys don't want to deal with that kind of drama. I asked my guy friend if we're going to be compensated. And he said yes. I told him I was down for it.
Wow. Okay. Take us to when you first got to meet them.
I pulled up to the location they sent me, led me to a luxury hotel, the Fairmont. I was greeted by a security. I introduced myself, to which after they immediately had me sign the NDA, they led me to a room a few floors up. I didn't really know what to expect. The moment they opened the door, I had a whiff of a very strong smell that was familiar to me. That's when I saw all three of them going at it.
Going at it, meaning having sex in a group setting.
Yes, I really didn't know who they were. Though the lights were dimmed, I could clearly see their faces. There was one lady and two guys. One of the guys welcomed me in and said, "Welcome to the party, but it's not really a party until the sausage is out."
And so that's when you started recording the audio.
It's not actually just an audio. It's a splice of an audio recording from a long video of the meetup that I recorded from my pocket.
Okay, so when you got into the room, what was happening in the
Intention na pala talaga ni record.
room and what led him into saying that it's too big?
They were hours in the party already. I got in late. The other guy had to leave. It was only just the three of us that were left. We played around a little bit. Then that's when the lady asked me to put it in him again. I didn't really know why he said it's too big, when I've been doing that to him the entire night.
Wow, I can't imagine. Did you at least use protection?
I used protection the entire time. He tried to take it off at some point, but I said no. And yeah, I arrived for the fourth time, and that's when I had to tap out.
This is the part where he is showing me a video he recorded while pretending he was booking an Uber ride.
Okay, hold on. That was a lot. Okay, give me a second. All right. Oh, what am I seeing here?
That is me lying on the bed, telling them I was booking an Uber to head out. She told me I don't have to and that someone will take me home.
So, nakatingin si Dinche sa video na
But I
pinunod ng
insisted on
lalaki.
booking an Uber.
Okay, hold on. I am totally not ready to see this. This is a surprise for me. So, guys, the people who are watching at home, what we're looking at here is a video of Mr. T recording himself, well, the room actually, and we have Lisa Tanas walk by, and she's butt naked. That's what's in the video, and then while we're
So, naked si Lisa, ha?
So you told me that this is supposed to be you booking an Uber, but you're not actually booking an Uber, but you're actually recording. What is that thing that's moving up and down, though? It's pretty close to the camera.
That's him playing with my thing while I was waiting for.
That's him playing with my thing. So, nilalaro ni BBM ang kanang big while waiting for my Uber.
my Uber.
Okay, we need to stop for a second. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we had to cut that off for a minute. That was actually a lot. I'm an entire hour of just talking about that. It's just too much. I'm not entirely sure if we should actually go through with the live, but I still have one more question though. Since we're already here in front of everyone else here in the room, let me ask you, Mr. T, why come to Dean Chase?
Dean, I reached out to you because when I saw your video, the story immediately felt familiar. You weren't exaggerating or sensationalizing it. You were asking the right questions about something the Philippine media was clearly avoiding that time. When I saw people attacking you and calling it fake news way back March, I knew you were telling the truth because I was there. I was literally part of one of the pleasure parties you were exposing. I chose to come forward not because I want attention and not because this is easy. It's honestly terrifying, but because staying silent would make me complicit. Watching the story get buried and seeing you take all the heat for speaking up pushed me to reach out. I wanted you to know that you weren't alone and that what you were saying resonated so much to me. I'm choosing to remain anonymous because my safety matters, but I'm doing this publicly because the truth matters more. This isn't about me. It's about accountability and about letting people know that what's being dismissed as lies actually happened.
That was really beautiful. Thank you so much for trusting me as well. I know that it must have
So, ibig sabihin na yung bandang huli na yun, sabi siya, nag-explain siya kung bakit nag-reach out siya kay Dean, and of all people si Dean. Kay Dean siya tumawag. So, with that, siguro naman ay ano natin, yung iba pang mga tira natin ito. Ito yung pinakahuli na video ni Dean Chase.
Magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Si Dean Chase po ito. Isa pong malaking paumanhin po sa inyong lahat mga kababayan na kasi umiikli po kasi mga oras po namin dito na magkakataon po kaming may update nga po kayo sa mga nangyayari po dito, pero yun na nga po sa mga nakaraang araw sinisigurado lang po talaga namin ang aming seguridad. Kaya ito na nga po, ito na po yung part 2 po namin ng interview with, ibiblip lang po namin yon. So ito na po ang part 2 namin sa interview with Mr. T. And let me just remind everyone na nangyari po itong meet up po nila with Mr. T around November of 2023. Now, chinek ko po talaga ang timeline para ma-validate po ang mga sinasabi po niya doon sa interview po namin. It all checks out. It was around that time po na
Yeah. Part 2.
You're right, and it's inexplicable what you've gone through. However, when you've seen them, seeing them what they were doing, were you shocked in any way?
Was I shocked? No, not at all. To me, it was
Not at all. He was not shocked, yung by Mr. Tubig. It was just another couple wanting to spice up their relationship.
just another couple wanting to spice up their relationship. However, I knew right off the bat that they were a high-profile couple.
So, kilala niya na high-profile ang couple. And when my friend mentioned they were looking for a guy willing to sign an NDA.
My friend mentioned they were looking for a guy who can sign an NDA.
It is kind of
Ang NDA, ulitin ko lang, non-disclosure agreement.
dodgy that someone would just ask some random man to sign an NDA. How long have you been doing this, Mr. T?
Since I was in my early 20s.
So, since early 20s pala, at saka Asian man siya. So, biracial daw. Life is hard for Asian man like him. So, 20 years old parang ginagawa niya ng ganun. Prostitute na siya.
Life is hard for a biracial Asian man in the U.S., but many in my circle have told me that there's a huge market for someone like me in this field. Once I got in, I just never got out, and there's no better place to be to do this line of job than in San Francisco.
Now, this question might be a little too incriminating. Have you had any other high-profile clients other than them?
Meron ka na ba mga high-profile na client?
Yes, I have been connected to many.
I have been connected to high-profile parties since I got connected with Pawi. Okay.
high-profile parties since I got connected to Pawi, mostly with people from the Philippines.
Pawi, bibinagin siya, at saka mostly people from the Philippines. Marami pa ng mga bakla tayo mga galing sa Pilipinas. Doon may mga nagiging nakadon niya.
People from affluent communities
It's a people from affluent communities here in the US also.
here in the U.S.
Howie. That name sounds familiar.
So, Pawi, sabi niya si Pawi. Sino sabi ni DJ? Kilala ko yun
Where have I heard that before?
Pawi Palo Tantoko.
Pawi Tantoko. Yan,
He
si
is the
Pawi
one who got me
Tantoko.
connected to the
He is the one who got me connected to the couple last November of 2023.
couple last November of 2023. I have always been Sir Pawi's contact, and it was him
I have always been, sabi,
of 2023. I have always
I have always been Sir Pawi's contact na contact.
been Sir Pawi's contact, and it was him who got me hooked up
And it was him who got me hooked with a power couple.
with the power couple.
Paulo Tantoko from the Rustan Group of Companies.
Yes, that's why when I saw
Yes. So kilala na sa Rastan's group of companies. Yes, that is why when I saw your video way back March and
Your video way back March and talked about how he passed.
how
I
he
felt
passed.
compelled to-
So paano namatay. Siya, napanood pala niya sa video, si Dean Chase, nagkwento kung paano namatay si Paulo Tantoco. Sabi niya ng Mr. Tubig, I felt compelled to reach out to you.
reach out to you to let you know that I
To let you know that I get connected with him through him.
got connected with him through him.
Okay, we need more time to talk about that. I really don't know how to digest that information, and I'm pretty sure everyone in the room as well. Since we are on the topic, when you get invited to these kind of parties, do you always expect the presence of party drugs?
Party
Yeah. Tatanong siya kung meron talaga bang party drugs pag mag-party. Ito sagot ni Mr. Tubig. Party drugs are always present.
drugs are always present when I go to private shindigs
So when I go to private shindigs like this,
like these. I sometimes bring my own
I
stuff
sometimes bring my own stuff to add to the mix.
to add to the mix.
Mr. T, I'm going to ask you right now. Did your meetup with the Bangag couple have party drugs?
Yes, they have
Yes, they had a never-ending line of Coke, Molly's, and a lot of Viagra. Oh, yan ah. Sinabi ni Mr. Tubig, ganun pala si Bimbong.
a never-ending line of Coke, Molly's, and a lot of Viagra. And of course, that's not even the end
And
of
of course, that is not even the end of it.
it. When they said they want to do more rounds,
And when they gusto pa namang maraming rounds. Yes, they had a never-ending line of Coke, Molly's, and a lot of
and of course,
Viagra.
that's not even
And of course, that is not even the end of it.
the end of it.
When
When they said
they said that they want to do more rounds, grabe,
they
manyakis.
want to do more rounds, the Viagra made sense.
The Viagra made sense.
Viagra?
Yes, the missus said he was having
Yes, sabi nagda-drugs na, nagbabayagra pa. Yes, that Mrs. said. So yan ang sinabi ni Lisa. He was having a hard time keeping it hard.
a hard time keeping it hard.
So ibig sabihin, this has become an alarming thing for me. It has become a national issue for me. Kaya nagdesisyon ako na ilabas ko ito for the people to know that that our president and his first lady have been using people's money just for their own very intimate personal pleasure. So ganun lamang po ang ano. So maybe I know I cannot convince everybody to agree with me. Pero just to tell you how good in this faith I am, marami pa akong explicit photos na hawak. Pero hindi ko ilalabas. Nakikita kasing dudo ni Kwan eh. Dudo ni Lisa. Ayoko. So, hanggang dyan lang siguro, just play around your imaginations as long as you can hear what this Mr. Tubig said. You can just play around your imaginations on how things went up. So, ang basa ko rito ay na konsensya na rin si Mr. Tubig. At na he had that sense na yung pera pinagbayad sa kanya na 2 million at saka isang lalaki pa kinuha nila na may almost 1 million ay galing sa pera ng Pilipinas. Ay, nako. So, kaya maraming pera kasi siya, kaya baliwala lang sa kanya, galing sa... So, you see, talagang national security na ng bansa natin ang nakataya dito sa ganitong klaseng presidente. He must leave the office. He will bring destruction to our country. Ayawan ko sa inyo. Please support me in my insistence for BBM to resign. So, Yasmin, Happy New Year po. Happy New Year din ha. Yasmin, may president tayong adik at bading. Bading na, adik pa. Ngayon pa lang natin nalaman, bading. Sabi ni Liz, Dr. Toto, live na. Yasmin, kadiri, Dok, ang kabaklaan ni Bangag. Rolando Guerrero, palagay ko di tama ang vlog niyang din masyadong kabastusan, pinapahiya. Hindi, wala tayong magagawa. That's the hard truth. Rolando Guerrero, I beg to disagree with you. That is needed. That is necessary to our citizens. Our citizens deserve better president. A president who is not immoral. A president who is not an addict. A president who is not a maniac. And a president who does not use the money of the people in paying for all his intimate or their intimate relationship or their intimate parties. Masyadong personal yun. But it becomes within the sphere of periphery of public interest. It is still in the sphere of public office is a public trust. And public trust, it encapsulates also what we call as private lives. Because your private characters, private characteristics, private attitudes consist of everything that motivates one person to act towards the government, towards the money of the government. Kaya yan ang explain sa rason. Wala siya. Ang moral compass niya, hindi pwede po. Kaya ganun lang ka-easy sa kanya, wala siyang konsensya magnakaw ng pera ng bayan. He signed the budget of 2025. And he knew that there would be so many monies to be stolen by him. Biro mo, in the expose of Saldico, September 2022, nagsimula na siya nagbigay ng mali-malitang pera kay BBM at saka kay Romualdez. At may resibo pa, pinakita ang litrato ng mga maleta. Tapos may mga testigo pa. That was actually si Saldico na lang ang nag-corroborate, ang nagsuporta sa kwento ni Gutesa. It was not Gutesa who corroborates the statement of Saldico. Inunahan ni Gutesa. Tapos, in-identify ni Gutesa, in-identify ni Bryce Hernandez, in-identify ni Henry Alcantara, itong si John Paul Estrada at saka si Mark Texay na mga tauhan ni Saldico that they were the ones who were personally counting the monies before these monies are put back into these suitcases to be brought to the house of Saldico in what they call as Horizon. And it is actually the penthouse in Shangri-La Hotel in Bonifacio Global Center. Ganun po siyempre. So, ladies and gentlemen, yung iba, hindi na nag-serve ng purpose ng public interest kaya hindi ko na nilabas ang ibang mga litrato. Very explicit po. Makikita mo yung lawlaw na dudo ni Lisa. Ay. O, sige. Hanggang dyan na lang. Roland Guerrero, Evidence. Good morning po sa inyo lahat. Happy New Year. Gina, mukhang Bisaya ang accent niya. Malamang bayad ito ni BC. Sino si Kwan? Bisaya po si ano. Bisaya po matagal na yan si Dean Chase. California, sa lawyer siya sa California. At taga Cebu City po siya. Matagal na yan. There is no more need to pay kasi matagal na po silang tumitira, Gina. Kaya ano, hindi mo kami, hindi po ako, gagay sa akin, hindi ako nababayaran ni Lisa. Hindi ko siya kilala si Riz, si Sarah, hindi ko siya personal na kilala. April J, good morning po. Ito nang, nakita mo ng resibo, Roland Guerrero. Are you sane? Are you intelligent? Or are you insane? Nakita mo na nga, hindi. Pinalabas ko naman. Hiyarap ko pa ng evidence. Ay, kasi makabungbong lang kayo. Kaya, ang hirap sa inyo kasi nagluluilista kayo sa tao. Just practice now by looking at the persons not on their being a person. Look at the persons on their being good or not in relation to how they serve the government. in relationship to their honesty, to their integrity. Ang mahirap sa tunog ng salita mo, Gina, parang tunog discriminate. Nagdi-discriminate ka sa aming mga Bisaya. Mga ganun Bisaya, ang tingin mo sa mga mabababang uri. Hindi naman lahat po nag-Bisaya. Ganun. Nag-iisip kayo lahat ng Bisaya nababayaran ni Sara. Hindi po. You are illogical. I'm sorry to say that. Si Roland Guerrilla, Bongbong still the president. Of course, siya ang president, pero he must have that gall to resign. Gina, ay grabe, magkano kayo ang bayad nito? Nako, kumpara mo sila sa ng vice, mas gugustuhin ko lang sila mamumuno. Kabastos sa iyo, Gina. Wala kang kwentang Pilipina. You must be thrown out of the Philippines. Jerry Hibi, meow. Rolando Guerrero, no agree. Ano bang no agree sinasabi mo? Alegre Domingo, ay no nako. Ano nang unoy nako? Cassandra Daisy, ipapadeliver pa ba ang pera natin para lang sa bisyo nila? Siyempre, no. Tama pala, naintindihan ko ng ibig sabihin ng no. Ay, Jerry Prestado, I agree sa expose nyo. Actually, hindi ko ito expose. Inuulit ko lang yung mga sinabi nila ni Jane Chase. Rolando Guerrero, hoy din, sa dakdak mo, nakulong ba ang First Lady? Antay ka, ikaw ang makukulong? Masyado kang Rolando Guerrero, my impression of you is you are only a loyalist. Kaya ka ganun. Hindi kaya, I don't like to call you a troll. Mercina Basa Suzuki. Garapal talaga nila, Dr. Toto, nakakaiya, anong klaseng silang tao, halang ng kaluluwa nila. Desiree Tampos, I agree. Rolando Guerrero, ano for the views ang content mo, respeto sa person? How could I respect a person who does not even respect the people? Rolando Guerrero, you're illogical. How can you respect a person who's have stolen billions of pesos from our coffers? Do you want me to be so sarcastic about it? Hindi ka nang ang hirap sa iyo eh. Ang baba ng level ng ng morality. Nawala asa ng konsensya mo, Rolando Guerrero? Ay. Brin, nakahubad pa. Nakahubad pa, naglalakad nakahubad. Ang ibig sabihin to, it goes to show na okay lang kay BBM na ginagalaw ang asawa niya ng ibang lalaki. So, ibig sabihin, talagang bakla siya. Kaya okay lang sa kanya na birahin ng ibang lalaki ang kanyang asawa. Grabe talaga. Roland Guerrero, basta ikaw ang power din. So, let us see where does this go? Kaya natin, tingnan natin. Nire-relay ko lang naman ang pinag-ano nila. Bullshit you din, come here in the Philippines. Oy, taga Cebu yan. Lagi umunong nakarang eleksyon dito pa bumuto yan, Rolando Guerrero. Do not tell me that you are invincible. Ingat ka din o akala ko nagtitreten ka. Wala pong krimen na ginawa si Dean Rolando Guerrero. Wala siyang krimen na ginawa. Baka sabihin nyo, nag-isip ko, voyeurism. It's not voyeurism. He was only telling. He was interviewing. So Brent Santos, good morning, Dr. Roland Guerrero. At kayang maalis na natin, ay wala kang kwenta. Frank Shane, Sionko Benenati. Hi, Dr. Watching from Ontario, Canada. Kung totoo man po ang mga ito, maybe they're thinking they can hide their shame by not talking about it. But in reality, it's their shame that's hiding them. Di po ba? Tama po kayo. You are a logical person. Rolando Guerrero, how about the Tantuco case that you're so annoying? May nangyari ba? Oo, may nangyari. May kaso, tuloy-tuloy ang kaso sa Amerika. Iniimbestigahan ng jury yan. Huwag ka mag-alala. Kasi si Lisa ay lang yan. Makakasuhan talaga yan. So, Brian, sana wish ko maalis na ang mga bangag sa gobyerno. Grabe bangag. Alam mo, I have nothing against Amy. Mas gusto ko nga si Amy. Kung pwede lang si Amy papalit. Bakit hindi pwede? Kasi bakit ayaw ko ng adik eh. Ayaw ko ng adik. Ayaw ko ng kawatan. lalo pat ayaw ko yung manyak. Gumagamit ng pera ng gobyerno para pambabayad sa prosti. So, happy and blessed New Year. Roland Guerrero, coward show the beach. Hindi pwede natin igalang natin ang batas. Roland Guerrero, you are talking without knowing that there is a law that prohibits the showing of a video without the consent of the persons that who could be seen in the video. Wala tayong consent kay BBM. Wala tayong consent kay Lisa. Kaya hindi natin din pwede isi-issue. I respect that. That is the law and I respect that. Roland Guerrero, come back here in the Philippines. Para kapag nag-come back here in the Philippines, para nananakot ka pa, pwede ka pa makasuhan ni Roland ni Dinches dyan ng grave threats. Brian, grabe na talaga ang mga bangag na administrasyon nakakahiya. Roland Guerrero. Ito, basahin ko lahat ng sinabi mo, Roland Guerrero. Palagay ko, di tama ang vlog niyang din. Masyadong, hindi. Sinasabi niya lamang ang totoo. Roland Guerrero, kung matapang siya ilabas, ayan ka na naman. Kung matapang, ingat ka sa pagsalita. That is a crime of grave threat. Yaismin, kandiridok ang kabaklaan ni Bangag. LSF, Dr. Toto, live na. Okay? Okay, yan na po ating masasabi sa ngayon. Hanggang dyan na muna tayo. And wherever this goes, every truth must come out. So, Mylene children, para po matuldukan na ito siguro po ay dapat nang isiwalat na ang mga expose nito dahil hindi po matatapos kung puro mga gani-ganito lang. Itudo na po. Sana itudo na lang nila. Total, ando naman sa Amerika. Itudo na nilang video. Kasi kung itudo mo talagang hubad na hubad na katotohanan makikita nyo. Roland Guerrero, Bongbong best president. How can you say that he is the best? He has stolen so billions of pesos. Grabe ka. Purihin mo magnanakaw. Magnanakaw ka rin siguro, Rolando Guerrero. Ariel. Alam mo, kung Ilocano ka, misplaced yan. Do not defend, if you are an Ilocano, do not defend BBM. Number one, he's not a pure Ilocano. His mother is a Visayan. Waray. Pangalawa, he brings shame to Ilocano. Nagnanakaw siya tapos hingi siya ng magkakampi, magtatago siya sa mga saya ng mga Ilocano. Hindi. If I were an Ilocano, ako may dugong Ilocano ko, pero if I were a true blue Ilocano, ayaw ko talaga kay BBM sa ganun. Pinapahiya niya pagiging Ilocano ko. Kita mo, ayaw ni Chavit Singson sa kanya. Ilocano naman si Chavit. Norma Dakodaw Housing Villanueva. Morning to. Good morning, pariente. Roland Guerrero. Then, bakit ko didimanda? Anong problema ko dyan? Trabaho, alam mo nang una, kung may utak ka, dapat alam mo immune from suit ang presidente. Hindi mo pwede kasuhan. Only malitan ng money. Pag hindi mo tinanggap na money yon, you are nothing but a big shit that I pray to God that you will die para mabawasan ang mga parehong utak sa sa'yo. Annabel Blanam. Bangag din kasi yan si Rolando. Bangag ka pala Rolando Guerrero eh. Why until now di makukulog ang dahil po siyang presidente, bubu ka ba? Pag presidente ka siyempre, takot sa iyo lahat. Napakabubu mo talaga. Jenna, siya ang president kaya support ako dahil maganda naman ang ginagawa. Paano mo sabihin maganda? Pag nanakaw na nga, wala na kang pera ng mga tao ngayon. Grabe ka naman, Gina. You are blind to recognize the stealing that has been done. Tandaan ninyo, hindi may lalabas ang pera kung hindi pinirmahan ni BBM. Kaya siya ang utak ng lahat. Annabel Blanam, presidente mong walang kwenta. Tapos Elian Musni, grabe na ang vision nila. He has to go. God save our country. Ganang hinahanap na God save our country. Puta, hindi lang manyak na, bangag pa. Tapos nagnanakaw pa ng pera ng pamahalaan. Tapos Ano pa? Ano pa masasabi natin? Bangag, manyak, o yan na lang dalawa. Ayos na eh. Tapos Jerry Prestado, I believe po sa expose nyo. Salamat po. Let us face this. So sabi naman Gina, with all due respect sa Bisaya, dahil marami din po akong friend na Bisaya, ang ibig kong sabihin, mas malapit kayo sa BC dahil ayusin mo po, wag sabi ng Bisaya. Kami nga hindi natatawag na Tagalog. Di ba pangit din tawagan? Bicolano, pangit tawagin, di ba? Pangit pakinggan. O Waray. Ano lang dapat, respetuhan tayo sa isa't isa. Roland Guerrero, Ana, iyak alats, press bongbong, long live. Ay, ikaw talaga Roland, masama ka, dapat ikaw ilibing ka kasama kay Bongbong. Pagdadasal ko na mamamatay kayo lahat. Hindi ako nagkikimi ng pagdadasal ko mga lahat ng kawatan ipapatay ng Panginoon. Jerry Prestado, okay po, it's not your expose. Hindi po sa aking exposito ni Din Chase. Pinapalo up ko lang. Annabelle Blanham, tama, paano respetuhin yung mga taong nagnanakaw? Ikaw na lang ang rumispeto sa bangag mong walang kwenta. Arian Bautista, Din Chase is credible since then. He is a lawyer in LA in forensic. Marami nang inexpose tungkol sa mga nangyari sa Los Angeles sa pagkamatay ni Paulo Tantoco. Tama po, correct po kayo. Tapos si Benonje, tell me also sir, how can we respect sa iyo na one-sided ka? Hindi po ako one-sided. I only rely on evidence. So how could I side na sabihin ko na hindi totoo yan? Aber nga, the evidence says otherwise. Gina, you must be sensible. Kung estudyante kita, zero ka na sa akin. Kung ikaw estudyante ko, zero ka na ng grado mo sa akin. Nakita mo na, you must be fair based on what you saw. Ikaw ka, hindi nyo nakita na sinasabi nyo, wala kayong supporting evidence. Di ba? Ganun lang kasimple. Para lang ko ni Ronaldo, siguro magkatabi lang kayo ni Ronaldo Guerrero. Seatmate siguro kayo. At tapos si Jerry Prestado, pag nasa under the influence of drug, wala talaga magagawa. Wala magagawa maganda yung mga nakadroga. Nag-uurgi-urgi lang yan. Ganun ang papunta dyan. At kukuha pa ng pera ng pamalaan, bit-bit nila, at ibayad doon sa mga prosti ng mga lalaki. Ariel, tulog nga sa pansitan nga si Rolando Guerrero. Rolando, ano ba nga, kung parehong tao sa inyo lahat, wala na magawa ang Pilipinas ito. Magsama na kayo. Magkasama na kayo na mga iba dito na magsasabi. Si Bernard, magtibay, Sir Bernard, dapat po paimbestigahan ni Kung Abante yung pari na nag-follow sa Antok Gaming. Ganun ba? Okay. Si Abante dapat imbestigahan din yan eh. Hindi naman nanalo sa eleksyon yan. Number 2 lang siya kay Joey Oy. Sana si Joey Oy, kung magaling, kung ako ang abogado ni Joey Oy, ako, mabilis pa sa alas 4 yun, matagal lang nanalo. Chet Gavia, yung president ng Venezuela, nahuli na dapat hulihing na si Marcos. Cardong Kayod, bunyog pa ba kayo? Ay malamang hindi na po kasi kaaway, galit sila sa akin eh. Gloria Pinol, sana ilabas mo ebidensya at kasuhan mo sila. Oy, sino ba kitsa sabihin mo, Gloria? Nailabas ko ng ebidensya eh. Ngayon, paano mo kasuhan si BBM kasi immune from suit yan? Patricia Dugoy, hello. Jerry Prestado, paano kayo mapinagtanggol yan ng mga BBM vloggers? Abangers, ako kina Takiro, mimali siya at pumapatol yun. Junalyn, Amelita Villanueva, sana si BBM na ang sunod na dakpin ni Trump. Dapat. Attorney, I do respect you, just opinion. I love you, attorney. Your subs for long. Ay, sige, salamat po. I love, don't you worry. Basta nagre-respond ako sa inyo, take it with an enjoyment na binibigyan ko kayo ng importansya kasi sinagot ko ang inyong opinion. siyensya, kakadiri ng mga asawang bangag, nakakasukan na sa mga kalaswaan na ginagawa nila. Ganun ba? Salamat naman, Rolando Guerrero. Sinusubukan mo lamang pala ako. Catalina Doria. Na saan ang pagkakaisa ng pinagdasal mo akala titulado igalang ang nakaupo? How will you respect the person sitting if the person sitting is taking drugs, stealing our money? Ganun ako kasimple. Salamat ka, Rolando Guerrero. Ilocano ho isa solid Duterte. Alaman, tandaan ninyo, nung panahon ni Duterte, Presidente, panay Ilocano ang kanyang mga ina-appoint na sekretary. Kaya dyan na nga si Kwan eh. Isa na dyan si Silvestre Bello. Nilagay niya rin si Attorney Raul Lambino. Nilagay niya rin sa posta sa DOTR basta ang dami, more than kalahati ng kanyang mga kabinet mga Ilocano. Naging hepe pa niya nga Kapampangan sa pulis si Albayalde. In other words, si Duterte hindi siya puro Bisaya. Mas malamang na pinipili niyang Ilocano. Kasi dalawang lahi lang pinabiliban niya pagdating sa sundalo. Ilocano lang at saka Ilonggo ang kanyang kinabibiliban na magiging sundalo. Tapos ay Irene Bautista, wala nang tiwala kay BBM, unti-unti na nagkakalasan ang mga cronies niya kasi namumulat sa katotohanan sa corruption. Rolando galing ni attorney sa patience reading of my message. Thank you po. Enrique Quezar, ito naman si Kalbong attorney na sinungalingan lahat sinasabi nila. Wala po akong hirsi sinabi. Kita mo na, kung makita niyo po, Enrique, please be kind to me. Nakita mo na pong pinalabas ko na eh. I did not just say from nothing. I show the basis of what I stated. Enrique? Sana naman magiging ka. Huwag mo naman akong tawagin kalbo. Kalbo na nga ako. Tatawagin pa akong kalbo. Diba? Okay, pasalamat ka nga. Hindi ka sinilang ka. Binigyan ka ng Panginoon na mayabong na buhok. Dapat you should respect the people who have no hair. If you have plenty of hairs on your head, ganun dapat kayo. Pasalamat kayo, naging gwapo kayo. Maawa naman kayo sa mga kalbo kayo ko, di ba? Baharan nyo, Sir Toto, ako'y laging nakinig sa iyo. Hindi nga lang maka-join lagi sa comment section. Salamat naman nagko-comment. Lagi kayo mag-comment kasi babasahin ko talaga ang lahat ng comments niyo. Kahit kontra pa sa akin yung binabasa ko. Huwag galitin si attorney, magkakabuhok yan. si Jose Mario de la Torre, salamat po sa iyong palipad. Helen Bagyo, good morning po. So ayan po, hanggang dyan lang tayo at pakishare na lang para mas maraming nakakaalam. Kung mapansin nyo, ako po ay tao na magdedepensa kahit sino basta sa batas kakampihan. Sa ngayon, I'll explain my side kung bakit di ba napakinggan nyo dati tinitira ko si Duterte sa mga nangyaring patayan. Pero nagkambyo ako nung nakita ko na kulang din ang ebidensya pala. Akala ko marami silang ebidensya. Pangalawa na nagalit ako ay yung inaresto nila si Duterte na walang warrant of arrest galing sa Pilipinas. Kasi po ang batas ng mundo, bawat bansa ay may sovereignty ang bawat bansa. Kasama sa sovereignty issue yung pag-aaresto ng mga tao sa kani-kanyang bansa. Kaya hindi ako papayag na arestuhin na wala naman sa ating konstitusyon na pumapayag na ibang tao ang mag-issue ng warrant except yung Senators Committee sa content, House of Representatives Committees sa content, at saka judge lamang. Pero yung contempt, okay lang yun sa kanila. Pero with respect to crimes, it is explicitly stated in Section 2, Article 3 of our Constitution that no warrant of arrest shall issue except upon probable cause to be determined personally by our judge. After examination under oath, the complainant and the witnesses he may produce, and describing particularly the place to be searched and the things and persons to be seized. Yan ang sinasabi. Pag persons to be seized, prestuhin. Kaya hindi po pwede ang arrest warrant ng International Criminal Court para gawin mo basihan para purutin mo si Duterte. Hindi rin pwedeng basihan ang Interpol na naggumit na para hulihin mo yung tao. Guys, dito lang sa Pilipinas ang ginagamit nila ni Remulla na dahilan ko para maaresto ko mapalabas na sa Interpol. You see? Ganon ang ginagawa na, ganon ang sinasabi nila. Na sabi nila pag mapalabasan na na-connect sa Interpol, si Cassandra Leong, si Harry Roque, at saka si Saldico ay mahuli na daw. O saan? Hindi hinuli. Sapagkat po sa ibang bansa, hindi nila ginagalang ang Interpol. Hindi rin nila ginagalang yung ICC kung hindi ka kasapi ng ICC. Gaya ng Pilipinas ay hindi nakasapi. So the Philippines, the government in the Philippines, yung administrators cannot just pick up anybody here sa Pilipinas at ipadala sa The Hague. So, ganun po yun. So, binaglaban ko ngayon, binasa ko, naging expert tuloy ko sa batas ng state, yung ng Rome Statute na ginagamit nila. So, with that, ako lang ay pagsaan ang kampi ng batas doon po ako. Gaya ng impeachment, mali-mali nang ginagawa na sa impeachment. Kaya, kinampihan kong impeachment na laban kay Sara. Kinampihan ko si Sara laban sa impeachment. Kaya nakita ninyo, mga argumento ko noon pa, nanalo ako. Lahat ng sinabi ko ng legal opinions ko ay sinunod ng Supreme Court. Ibig sabihin naman yan, I'm not above and over the Supreme Court. But then, what I said just jives with what is the law. And the Supreme Court decided on the impeachment based on what is the law. Yan na po masabi ko. I can rest assured, all of you, kahit kapatid ko pa may kasalanan, ay ipaglalaban ko yung batas laban sa kapatid ko. Ganun po ako. Sana magandang umaga sa inyo lahat at Happy New Year po. Bahar Angela, mabuhay po kay sir. Meron man mga buzzers, paid trolls from taxpayers money. Maraming matitinong Pilipino nagmamahal sa iyo, sir. Totoo, mabuhay po kayo. Angela Dadula, lahat ng may kaso sa administration, ibang bansa ang ginagawang taguan. Tapos Gina, magsiraan na lang dahil pareho mga magnanakaw. O ngayon, pag issue sa magnanakaw, si BBM ay may mali-malitang ebidensya at saka siyang pumipirma ay maraming ebidensya. At saka kung si Sara man pag-usapan, ang Mary Grace Piatos po ay hindi ebidensya ng pagnanakaw. Bakit po? Kasi po, ang pera na yan ay dapat sikreto yan. Hindi mo dapat ipapaalam sa publiko. Kaya, sinikreto din ang pangalan at ginamit lamang yung Mary Grace Piatos. At isa pa, ang mga sundalo yan ang nagbigay ng pangalan po, hindi si Sara. Ang mga sundalo na nagbibigay dyan, yung mga tao nila ni Lieutenant Colonel Dennis Nolasco, at saka Lieutenant Colonel Raymond Dante La Chica. Ganun po kalakaran sa military intelligence. At ganun din po kung paano mag-liquidate o magpakita ng resibo ang military sa kanilang confidential fund or intelligence fund. Ganun din sa police. Ganun din po sa Office of the President. Ang kay President Bongbong, ang binibigay po sa kanya na confidential fund ay 4,625,000,000. Sa ano na yan 2023, 2024, 2025 at saka 2026, 4 na taon. Do you dare to know how? But hanggang ngayon, hindi nagre-report si Bongbong kung ilang Mary Grace Piatos ang pinagbigyan niya. That's it. So with that, siguro naintindihan namin nyo. So, another thing that I should say, para maintindihan nyo kung anong secrecy, kailangan hindi i-disclose. Kasi seguridad na ng bansa ang nakataya dyan at seguridad ng tao na nagbigay ng impormasyon. Kasi kung i-burn out natin sila, sasabihin natin kung sino, kanino nang galing impormasyon, wala na pong magbibigay ng impormasyon sa ating gobyerno. At I do believe, paniwala ko lang ito, hindi naman ito sinasabi ko na ito nga yon, pero paniwala ko lang na most of the confidential funds na binigay kay Sara noong 2022 ay ginamit na yan panlaban sa mga recruiter ng NPA sa mga high school students natin, lalo na yung senior at saka junior high school. Ganun po yun. So, while I admire people who are going against the government, because if not for them, ay lagi na lang tatapakan na lang tayo ng gobyerno kung sino ang presidente. But then, I do not endorse oppositionists carrying guns. Kailangan po tayo maging oppositionist tayo sa salita, sa gawa, hindi sa pakipagbarilan. Okay? Yun lang po ang sa akin. At saka, I just want to tell you, tatanong ko sa inyo, paano ba natuntun si Marwan na bomber noon na nagdulot sa pagpatay ng 44 na Special Action Force ng mga pulis? Ang CIA ng FBI o Federal Bureau of Investigation ay pumunta sa Pilipinas. At may bitbit silang pera. At binigay nila po, ang pagkarinig ko, 60 million pesos ang binigay nila sa tao na kasama ni Marwan. Kukunin lamang ang kanyang SIM card. Kung anong number ng SIM card niya. Bahala na sila Noy na mag-trace sa GPS. Sa GPS kasi makukuha mo yung longitude at saka latitude kung saan ang cellphone na yan. Global Positioning System po kasi yung GPS ibig sabihin. So, malaman kung saan ang cellphone na yon, pinuntahan nila to. Napatay nila si Marwan. So, si Marwan kapalit ng 44 na SAP soldiers. Mga bayani natin ang 44 SAP soldiers kasi ang bomber na po yun, ay marami na pong pinatay yun. Pwede makamatay ng libo. Indonesian bomber po yun. So, at least naintindihan nyo na. Another thing for me to explain to you why just Mary Grace na resibo piatos ay hindi corruption is because in this, si Bin Laden, panoorin niyo po, ini-endorse ko sa inyo, panoorin ninyo ang YouTube documentary ng CIA or Central Intelligence Agency na kung saan naipakita nila kung paano na hinanap si Bin Laden sa loob ng 10 taon. At one point of the research, mga babae pa yun ang mga CIA na yun. These women, CIA, paid one telephone number. They gave the one who gave the telephone number, they gave him one Ferrari, brand new Ferrari. Magkano isang Ferrari? Ganun po kamahal ang mga intelligence information. Kaya it led to the finding of the place where Bin Laden was staying. And because of that, nag-operate ngayon ng Navy SEALs Team 6 at nakuha si Bin Laden. Ganun po kahalaga ang confidential information kung dapat sana ay ginagamit sa tama. Okay? So but then there is still a possibility. I'm not saying that Sarah did not steal the money. I'm saying that it was still possible that Sarah stole the money. But then the problem is we have no evidence to say that she stole the money. Ganun lang po. Okay, sinabi na nangkuha, nagsabi na nga nangkuha, kinlir na po nila si Sarah. Where did you get the name of your channel attorney? Bertodis, that's the meaning. Bertodis po kasi, nang ipinanganak po ako, December 10. Tapos, sabi ng nanay ko, nung buhay pa siya, may bertud daw ako. Anong bertud? Yung may parang anting-anting. Kasi bumaha po sa aming lugar, sa Coronadal. At ang bahay na very young couple pang nanay at tatay ko. Ang tatay ko nagtatrabaho bilang photographer. At meron siyang studio doon sa itaas ng ilog ng Sapa. Tapos ang nanay ko, teacher sa Coronadal National Comprehensive High School. Pero bago yan, teacher sa Notre Dame of Tacurong. And because of that, mamamatay na sana pala ako. Maanod na ako ng tubig kasi yung tubig sa baha, sa sapa, na kung saan ang aming bahay na noon ay barong-barong ay kawayan, ang sahig kawayan. Naabot na ng tubig baha yung sahig. Kinuha sila ng fire truck. So nagkuha ng crane, kinuha ang tatay ko, nanay ko, kasama ako. At naligtas kami. Kaya Bertud ang tawag sa akin ng nanay ko. Kaya Bertudis ang nangyari. So, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. The name of my wifey was Gertrudis. Same rhymes. Kaya naman pala. Okay, Jesus Garcia. Madalang lang ang tao kagaya mo, attorney. Sinasabi talaga ang katotohanan. We have to accept the truth. Kahit na that's against me, wala tayong magagawa. So, Angel Dadula Confidential Fund ay dapat sikreto sa public, pero sa Supreme Court, Senado, Kamara, hindi yan. Ay, sikreto po, wala pang decision ng Supreme Court po. Wala pa pong ginawa ganon. Ang ginagalang ng Supreme Court yan, confidentiality rule. Kasi ang Supreme Court po, meron din silang confidential fund. Yung police, meron din. Yung House of Representatives, meron din sila. Yung Senate, meron din sila. Yung Department of Justice, meron din po. So, Yox Bima, sinabi na nangkuha, may resibo lahat. Okay? Rolando Guevara, where did you get the name? Angel Dadula, tanggalin na lang lahat ng confidential fund. That's the best solution. Tanggalin na lang confidential fund. Yox Berna, tapos si Angel Dadula, si Amil Villanueva, hindi na matatawag ng confidential kung ihayag sa sekreto ang sekreto. So nilabag ang sovereignty. Now, tomorrow, pagising ko, I want to talk about rendition. Para maintindihan nyo anong batas sa rendition. Kasi na-interest ako niyan kasi katumbas din yan kay Duterte, rendition din nangyari sa kanya. Sa kay President Maduro, pati asawa niya, rendition din ginawa ng Amerikano. Mabuhay kay Sir Angel Dadula, lahat ng may kaso sa administrasyon. Okay, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Habang